Hello, I'm Dario. I'm 35. I draw and write comics and make illustrations for a living. And I want to teach you 2 simple tricks to draw better. And I will split this video into 2 parts so they're easily digestible and watchable. So, these are the latest pages I have drawn a week ago. And you see still the blue lines beneath the ink. And yeah, I want to express what I have to say. And I invite you to push yourself also and to start drawing. And we will look in a second how we achieved that. And this was my latest page. Not everything perfect, but I got a babe in here, a car. I did what I wanted to do, and I'm proud of this drawing. It really came nicely together, but I think I can improve a lot too. So, today we're talking about Greg Capullo, this guy who draws this stuff, and Hama, an editor, told him, you're drawing in symbols, like you are drawing hands and faces, but you don't really know where things are. And he was always thinking like Hama was joking, but at a certain point Hama told him, get a book, and this book is called Barry Edwards Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain. This is the German version, but you can get the English version really cheap. And it teaches you from this to this how to draw, and it will give you the proper instructions how to do it. And if you say, man, I can't draw, like if you can draw your name, if you can write your name, you can draw like this, because it's the same skill. I will teach you or show you. It's like riding a bicycle. You just need to know how to read. This is now in German, but we will pretend this is English, because if you want to copy this text, you start, where do you start? Do you start here in the middle? Like, do you start in the nose? Or do you start here at a point? Do you start right here? Or where do you start to read? In Europe, we start to read here. And also, you learned how to, what's the relevant information and what the words mean and how the sentences come together and how this then brings you meaning. So Greg Capullo then went to draw this, the creature, and he got much better in his art, and he really started to up his game. Yeah, so let's show you what's the relevant trick here. So, let's say that you want to draw this face. So what's important here? I'm drawing through the camera, so excuse me if I'm not getting it all right. But yeah, look at this. Like, I'm starting at a head. This is like, if I would read it, I would start like right here. But everybody starts at a different place, but I like it here. And you see, like, this is the relevant information of the hair. It's the shape, and it's the size. And it's not like this, and it's not like this, it's this size. And then you go down here, and then you can put in these ones, and then from here, like, I'm drawing to the camera, so I'm not getting it all super clean, but look, you have a certain distance from here to here. Then you need to look how the eye is drawn. This is not all perfect, but just for showing you, look, this needs to come together. And now, where do I put the nose? There. I'm going here, and here the ear ends. And now I show you a trick or a symmetry. Like, look at my head. I'm watching it straight in the camera, and where my ears start, my eyebrows start. Where my ears end, my nose ends. Where my nose ends here, my eyes start. Like, they're symmetry lines. And where my lips end or my mouth ends are my pupils. Like, you have lines down my face, and so you can measure it all. And I will show you in a second where it is on the hand. So, if I should put lines down here, like straight through the eyes. Now let's focus. If I should put lines here and lines here, then the nose will be here. And if his pupil is here, his lip should be here. And then, well, it's not perfect, but I'm just showing you. And here the ear. And then you can see, oh, I don't know how to draw ears. Doesn't matter. Just copy what you see. And put it where it belongs. It's not the same, but yeah, you're just for getting an idea. And now I show you the thumb. Let's see if I can manage to put the camera here. Okay, this is my thumb. So, if I'm drawing my thumb, let's put it like here. I can only draw what I see. This is what I see, even if it's in perspective. Then let's put the fingernail like this, and it sometimes takes a bit of time to see, like, my fingernail is not like this and it's not like this, it's this shape, and then it's a bit of flash here, and then it comes a bit in this, and then you can see, like, you see how wide it goes to here, and then like this, and then you see the shape, it comes slightly in this way. And this is what you will learn in the book. Like, it will teach you what the relevant information is. Like, you see this, and then you go like this, and then you go like, you see this here, these flashy parts, and then you see here my other finger. And although it's not perfect or far from perfect, it's going to look like a hand. Ooh, let's focus. Yeah, and you can draw what you see. And even better if you have like a hand in front of you. Like, look at this hand. The box down here. This box, this I call this a box, is the same as here. And if you see, like, this line goes here. And if you put this here, like, look where this ends. And this ends here. So you can draw this in a second, and then you can measure this out. Let's see if I can draw it. Okay, I'm drawing to the camera in an uncomfortable position, but we'll see if I get it. And you see this? This is a bit higher. And this is a bit higher. And the fingernails are not like this, they are not like this, they are like this. And you see now, like this is a bit strange, and you see now like this finger comes down below, and now look. Not my best hand, but you see what I mean. And this is trick number 1. And to accentuate it even more, like this is an A, you learned to do this, you learned it, you learned what this is, you learned this, you learned this, you learned to write them so you know they got a measure, and this you learned. And if you can learn this, you can learn to draw like this too, because like you can read the name and you start from here to here. If you're in a different land, maybe you start from here to here. But if I draw this and this and this, you can't reach it. So it's all about the forms. Get a book. It's a cheap book. If it's good enough for Greg Capullo, it's good enough for you. It helped me a lot. It's called Betty Edwards Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain. And yeah, it's all about shapes and how you can see what the relevant information is like, and you will draw better. And now to video number 2.